skyrocketing here in the U.S. This new video just into our newsroom showing strikes on more than a dozen Iranian vessels, including what the military said were ships that could have laid explosive mines in the strait. The president warning if Iran attacked ships there, the U.S. would hit back even harder. That comes just hours after the defense secretary vowed, in his words, the most intense day of strikes yet. That intensity on full display in these new videos. Launchers firing and intercepting Iranian missiles in the sky. Iranian launchers, the U.S. says, were hitting in tunnels and under overpasses, blown to bits. And this, Iranian boat after boat after boat going up in flames. All of it as we're learning more about the toll this war is taking on our service members. The Pentagon announcing some 140 wounded in addition to the 7 that have already been killed. Our teams are covering the latest, and we start with Garrett Hake at the White House tonight.
Tonight, a massive wave of U.S. and Israeli strikes on the Iranian regime and a wild ride for oil prices, due in part to this post from Energy Secretary Chris Wright that, quote, the U.S. Navy successfully escorted an oil tanker through the Strait of Hormuz. Wright quickly deleting the post.
I can confirm that the U.S. Navy has not escorted a tanker or a vessel at this time.
President Trump warning Iran to stop threatening oil tankers from traveling through the strait.
I will not allow a terrorist regime to hold the world hostage and attempt to stop the globe's oil supply. And if Iran does anything to do that, they'll get hit at a much, much harder level.
And oil prices tonight plunging down to around $86 a barrel. All as inside Iran, the Pentagon says it struck over 5,000 targets.
Today will be, yet again, our most intense day of strikes inside Iran. The most fighters, the most bombers, the most strikes.
Including taking out hidden missile launchers.
Ballistic missile attacks continue to trend downward, 90% from where they've started. And one-way attack drones have decreased 83%.
Though Iran still launching attacks on its Arab neighbors. This video showing an Iranian drone chased by a United Arab Emirates fighter jet. In Bahrain, the government says a woman was killed during an Iranian strike on a residential neighborhood. Tonight, new questions over the war's timeline, with President Trump saying the U.S. is, quote, very far ahead of its initial 4 to 5 week schedule.
It's going to be finished pretty quickly.
But also,
We've already won in many ways, but we haven't won enough.
And the president has also suggested he should have a role picking the new Iranian leader. We pressed the White House.
Is the ending of this war also contingent on Iran selecting a leader that the president finds acceptable?
But it's like he's trying to run a one-man band out there. Behind his seat. And leave comments below. This is a make or break season. He's got to make an impact. Good morning, all you beautiful people out there across lands YouTube hanging out with us today. It is freaking the 11th of the month already, blazing by. Man, lots going on. Iran war, we're going to talk about that today. Who is actually winning the war of Iran right now? We got, obviously, U.S. over there. James in the building hanging out with us today.
What's up, everybody?
Good morning, good afternoon, everybody in the building. To the 50 people in the chat coming in right now, we love and appreciate you as you're coming into the chat right now. How the hell are you doing? How the hell are you feeling? I got my damn blue sport coat on. You want to know why, James? Because
you flipped.
When they say you were red because it's blue. That look, I like everybody, and I try to do my best to give the best synopsis, the best opinion, without showing up with the dress code that symbolizes my political background. Mm-hmm. So I'm just saying, I love everybody. I do vote for Trump. I do love what he's doing. A lot of this conversation we'll talk about today, what's happening, but who's winning the damn war is a question. I got videos. I got questions. I got concerns. We're going to talk about people that are joining us right now. They got questions about what's happening. We're going to talk about the oil going through Hormuz, going through there. What's happening? What's Iran doing? Setting down little like bombs, mines. Like what's going on? We're going to talk about that today. We're going to talk about Trump's timeline today. We're going to talk about Republicans, Democrats, how they feel. We're going to talk about the people, obviously, of these countries. And we're also going to talk about if they're being decimated over there, how are they still fighting back? Where are they shooting from? If they're saying, oh, we're taking out everything, well, then how are they still firing? What's happening in Israel? How are those people living on a daily basis? How America's living and what China and Russia and a lot of these people are starting to think, right? And literally, a lot of this conversation, we're going to dive into that today. And I am very excited to announce that, obviously, sports entertainment on the cast here. We're going to have a lot of sports coming up here on the show. But today is another day where we have to talk about this.
Hold on. Before we on sports real quick, I don't know if you saw last night the Bam Adebayo 83-point game.
Yeah, dude.
It was good, but I think there should be the asterisk next to it because of all the bullshit free throws and everything.
Bro, it's still 80-some points. It's crazy.
I know it is, but like it's not like Kobe's 81 game against a hard opponent. And I'm telling you, I think my next political stance is whoever could fix the NBA. Like Adam Silver.
Who's betting? Who's not betting? Who's gambling?
Oh,
a lot of
man.
politics and everything.
Yeah.
Let's dive into this conversation. Thanks for the coffee this morning. People in the chat right now. If you're watching live in the building, over 100 people in the chat right now. If you're watching live, smack the damn like button. Right now, chance make some money. We get 100 likes. The next minute, I'll give a lucky person $1,000 in the chat. All you got to do is double tap the screen and hit the like button right now and join the show. You must be a subscriber. We see right there, 78,852 people. We love and appreciate you. Let's get into this now, James. I got a lot of videos I'm going to show. If you're just joining us right now, we are going to cover a lot in this hour. 12 to 1. So I want to take my time and say this the right way. People that are joining us right now. Mile High in the building. Lala, what's going on? Tracy, Jeffrey, our freaking beautiful moderators in the chat right now. Ken, what's going on? Let me like everyone else that comes in the chat right now. Where are you from? Cow Farmer in the building. We saw Frucci coming into the chat. If you're in the building right now watching live, drop your damn states. I want to see what state you're based in as we get ready to get into this. Now, Iran war, James. We are going on day what? 11, 12, 13. Like days are passing by. And I know Trump said this is going to be quick. Now, I'm going to show these clips. I'm going to show these videos. I know a lot of people are like, what's going on over there, Brandon? Well, we're going to show a lot. I'm going to pull them up on the screen so people can see and make sure you can see it. Take a look at this real quick.
Are you thinking this week it will be over?
No,
Are you talking
but soon.
about days?
I think soon.
Okay, and with respect
Very soon. Look, everything they have is gone, including their leadership. In fact, there are two levels of leadership, and even actually, as it turns out, more than that. But two levels of leadership are gone. Most people have never even heard about the leaders that they're talking about. So it's obviously been very, very powerful, very effective.
Here's what I think. I think the way to win a war, okay, is going to be obviously their military is like, we can't handle anymore. You're destroying us. We don't have anything to do anymore. We are done. You have eliminated us in a way where we can't operate. It's not about killing everybody, taking everybody out, bombing their entire country, right? Mm-hmm. But it is about showing that we have control and they don't, right? I feel that Iran has had a lot more to offer than I think most of the world is looking at this going, holy shit, like they're still fighting? Like they've been working on this for a while. Now, I saw a message on here and it was, why in fact did we go to war at all? And it was, who started the war? And I had a video on here that I wanted to pop up here and show you. I'm not sure if it's actually on this damn thing or not, but it says on here about why they started the war. And they're saying Trump did not start the war. Now, a lot of people are going to say Trump started the war. A lot of people say he did not start the war. I'm going to break this down why I'm saying this. In the chat, did Trump start the war or was this already started because of Iran? I'm going to talk about that. They said, okay, the people that are in office, obviously Trump, they're going to look out for the people. Republicans, they're going to look out for what they got to say. Democrats, vice versa. They said that if in fact we didn't go over there and start bombing them, they were planning to do something to us. Now,
That's what they say.
right. So I'm in my mind, if I hear that, I'm like, good job, right? Because I don't want that to happen to us. They have been planning for something. And the video that I had pulled up on here, I'm going to show in a second, which how to gather that. If you're watching live in a building, 200 people in the chat right now, who started the war? If in fact they have been preparing missiles after missile after missile, just getting it all set up, aligned to say whoever tries to stop us from trying to go nuclear is going to get the effects of this. That's what they're saying. Saying, look, Trump realized it. The people in our country and the military realized it. And they said, if we don't stop them from participating in what they're doing, we could potentially have a country that is very strong in which we can't stop them from having a nuclear weapon. And then if they do, then the whole world is at the mercy. I'm saying I believe that, whether it's true or not, I'm saying that's a good response to saying, hey, we don't want them to have a nuclear weapon. I 100% do not want Iran to have nuclear weapons.
Right. But, if you look into this and how we ended up here, we had an agreement with Iran that they were going to hand over to us like the uranium that was enriched 60%, and then Trump pulled that out, you know. But you know, could they be hiding more uranium? Possibly, but I don't believe any of this. And Dwight D. Eisenhower had a famous quote, I believe it was him, who said, "Beware the military-industrial complex," because I think that's who's winning this war.
And so I do believe there's a lot more to this. We're going to talk about the oil in a second. People that come in the chat right now, we love and appreciate you. When we talk about Trump taking initiative, I feel like there's a lot that we don't know on both sides, right? There's a lot of things we'd say, oh, we didn't have to do that. And then there's the other side where good thing we did that. When Obama was in office, did a lot of things, right? And you go back president after president, they all had to take care of things. I believe Obama was kind of enriching them, giving them money to do, trying to, hey, we'll just play it friend, keep it safe and whatever. They didn't really feel the threat, right? Hey, they're getting money. Joe Biden offering them money, things like that, right? And again, this is things that we're reading, we're hearing, we're seeing. I didn't talk to Joe Biden myself and him telling me. So this is, in theory, hypothetically, whatever, right? When this is happening and Trump goes, we're not giving you shit. We're stopping this without giving you anything. I'm like, you know what? I kind of like that. I don't like anybody getting hurt. We talk about this. I don't like anybody getting hurt. I talk about that school being blown up. And then, we tried to say we didn't do it.
Looks like it was us.
And then Iran said that we did do it. And then we're like, we didn't do that, whatever. At the end of the day,
there's footage of a supposed Tomahawk missile hitting it. And there's only 2 countries in the world that use Tomahawks, as far as I know. And you know what they are? It's us and Australia. And
but if we did it though, then we did, and it's wrong.
Mm-hmm.
But the reality is, even though I know it's wrong, I'm not going to now just start hitting on Trump on that one particular topic, right? It's a very bad thing if that's true. But the point is, Republicans looking at the whole picture, right?
Mm-hmm.
Democrats are going to pick that one thing, schoolgirls, not see. And that's where it's like, hey, that's true. If that happened, that's a bad thing. Let's talk about that. Look at everything though, right? Mm-hmm. They are going to talk about the schoolgirl thing. If you go on every Democrat channel, they're going to talk about the schoolgirl thing the whole day. Literally, they keep repeat. Because what it does, it makes Trump look bad. Yeah. And it is bad if that's true. I agree, it's bad. But let's look at the whole world in general. What are we doing? Why are we there? Iran, people are not happy about how the regime is being held. We're going there, taking care of that. When I look at the question, though, who is winning? Everyone's losing right now, really, right? I mean, we're taking. Hopefully, we take care of the bad people.
I think the American taxpayers are losing the most.
We're going to lose a lot.
We're paying for everything. It's like over $1 billion a day.
If you're in the chat right now and you're watching live in the building, I'm looking at your messages right now in the chat. If you're a Trump supporter, put Trump in the chat right now. Welcome to the damn building. Hey, listen, here's the problem. I'm going to take a look at your messages one second. I'm going to pin some of your messages in the chat. Shout out to James Frucci in the building, back from where I'm from, back in the 908. We love and appreciate you, baby. Everybody in the chat right now, if you're watching live, put a damn J in the chat. Put a J in the damn chat right now. Right now, if you're watching live, everybody put a damn J in the chat. Love and appreciate all you beautiful people joining us right now. We're based here in Florida, right? And we're watching this stuff happen. It's unfolding. I 100%, 1,000% feel way better living here than living in Iran. But those people want to get the hell out. There's people that were also actually the athletes. They got asylum. They're over there in Australia right now, trying to live over there. Like, hey, we can't go back home because we're against what they do in Iran, and we do not want to go back home. And they're lucky that Australia helped them out, because if not, they'd be facing some big time problems. I watched a couple clips right here. Let me pull it up on the screen right now. Here's some things I want to show you. There's a big ass clip I want to show you that did not pop up on the screen. But take a look at this real quick. We're talking about the oil right now. Take a look.
Iran, listen to me very carefully. You think your actions in this conflict won't have consequences beyond your borders? Think again, because right now, oil prices are swinging wildly, markets are panicking, and families across the globe are paying more at the pump because of your choices. This isn't just about Tehran anymore. This is about global energy security. When you threaten the passage of oil through the Strait of Hormuz, when shipping stops and supplies tighten, prices skyrocket, and the world economy feels the shock. People are watching, investors, nations, and everyday citizens, and they are seeing the chaos your actions are causing. So hear this, Iran. If you continue down this path, if you keep threatening global oil supplies, you're not just provoking the United States, you're destabilizing the world economy itself. And that's a mistake you won't be glad you made, because America will protect our interests and we will not let global markets be held hostage. This is your chance to calm the situation before the chaos you've helped create becomes truly catastrophic. Iran, listen to me.
This is conversation. Now, them blocking the oil. I'm going to get to that in just 1 second. USA versus Iran. The big question was who started it. I think that you look at the whole situation. We're not bombing or sending rockets to Canada. We're not bombing England. We're not bombing, China. We're not bombing Russia. We're not bombing, any of these other places. We're looking at the same location of Iran for a long time. There's got to be some kind of turmoil for over the longest time period, not just Trump, years and years and years and years. Trump steps in and says, we're gonna put an end to this. Hurting people, horrible. Putting an end to a regime that are bad people is great. I'm excited about that. So when I take a look at this in conversation, I'm going to pull up on the screen right here, James, to get an idea. I want to ask you some of these questions. Iran, the battle over oil passing through, and that says Hormuz. I'm going to change that for 1 second because it was actually spelled incorrectly. Give me 1 second while I fix that. Hormuz. Every time I type in autocorrect, puts hummus.
A lot of things.
I like hummus.
Yeah, a lot of things
ahead.
come out of the Strait of Hormuz, and I know everyone's really focused on oil, but another big thing is the ingredients for fertilizer, which is going to be used. It's used all over the world to grow things, right, from the farmers, and I think we're going to see another big increase in that. It's not just the oil prices going up. This is going to increase the cost of everything, food, and we'll probably see that about 6 months from now. You could look into the stocks. I was looking at that, and they're all going up, already. It's kind of crazy. The prices at the pumps, have you seen that? And then all the speaking points here is, what were they saying? Long-term, short-term pain for long-term gain. Everywhere yesterday, all over the news.
You know what? When I take a look at this, James, I'm pulling up here now and appreciate it kept on giving me hummus. Like, okay, hummus. The Iran battle over oil passing through Hormuz, right? The scariest part, and I have a video I'm going to play here in a second that's very interesting, okay? And this guy breaks it down. If you're watching live right now and you have questions on Hormuz, I'm going to show you a video. This guy breaks some stuff down. I'm going to show you right now, watching live in the building right now. Take a look at this clip. Because, James, I'm not going to lie, this video is a very scary situation. I think a lot of people watching this should take a look. Watch this.
This one area is the nexus, the pivot of the world. Let me explain why. First of all, from the GCC, you have 20% of all the world's oil flowing through this narrow strait. Where does it go, guys? It goes to Asia, India, Pakistan, South Korea, China, Japan. India depends on 60% of its oil from this area. China depends on 40%. Japan, 75%. Prime Minister Takeichi of Japan has said that, listen, if the Strait of Hormuz closes, we will run out of oil in about 8-9 months. The entire Japanese economy would collapse in 8-9 months if the Strait of Hormuz were to close. And guess what? The Iranians have closed the Strait of Hormuz, okay? So we can expect that the entire global economy will suffer greatly over the next few months. All right, so that's point number one. Point number two is, okay, so the GCC sends oil across the Strait of Hormuz, and what do they get back in return? Food, guys. All right, so people don't appreciate the GCC, but it is really the linchpin of the American empire. Because what is the American empire? The American empire is the petrodollar, all right? The idea of the petrodollar is this. The US dollar is worth nothing. It's only valuable when people want it. But the GCC says that if you want oil from us, you have to pay us in US dollars, okay? Then that is the basis of the value of the US dollar. So, if the GCC collapses, the American economy and the American empire both collapse at the same time. The problem, though, is the GCC is an artificial construct of empire. It does not exist naturally. Why? Because there's no food, there's no oil, no water. Okay, guys? No food, no water. So these cities are able to grow in the millions because of all these petrodollars flowing in. If you close off the Strait of Hormuz, there's no food coming in, right? They're all gonna starve. How much food does the GCC get from overseas? 80%. 80% of all the food it consumes comes from overseas, that it imports. It doesn't grow by itself, it imports. All right? So the Strait of Hormuz is really key. And again, the Iranians will close it in order to strangle the global economy and therefore bankrupt the American empire.
So they got a pretty good idea what they're trying to do.
But they didn't close it per se. They said we're gonna attack ships.
They tried.
But it comes down to the insurance companies, and the insurance companies don't want to insure the cargo ships that are going to be passing through there. So now they're just sitting. There's so many cargo ships just sitting out there that can't go through.
James, the hardest part is this is a game that these higher people are playing on both sides, right? This isn't just about Republican Democrat Party. This isn't just about Americans or about Iran. This is a global, powerful move that Trump is making, saying, we're going to control this. Whenever Venezuela, for what? A lot of reasons, right? Now also looking at oil. You go to Iran, and now again, we're leading back to we're seeing some oil conversation. Now, do we need it? Maybe. Maybe this is a smart move. Maybe we don't want people like Iran to control the major empire where oil is coming through, food is passing through. Can you imagine? We are sitting back going, wow, Iran has say over where oil and food go in our country. That's a big problem, if you ask me, for people that like that. Now, we're talking these other countries, no big deal. But when you talk about someone like Iran being in control of all these massive things that we need on a daily basis, I find that to be a little bit frustrating. I also think that we got to be careful. Now they're putting bombs in the water, mines. If you go through, your ship goes through and it blows up. Can you imagine the insurance bills now too?
Well, yeah, that's
insurance going to go up.
They're not going to. It's costing. I forgot how many hundreds of thousands of dollars to have this. It's not worth it to move. It's terrible. So,
and by the way, we're watching live right now. We are so damn close to 79,000 subscribers. We're only 145 people away right now from hitting 79,000 subscribers. So if you're watching live on the show right now, do us a solid. Subscribe, hit the like button, get ready for the live guests coming on the show. We're going to talk about a lot of sports entertainment right here in the building. There's a lot of conversation. The oil is a major concern. It's a major problem. I don't think a lot of people work about it. So let's talk about something. Do you think Trump's strategy, is it working? Right? I have on the bottom screen here. Trump's strategy. Is it working? Do I think Iran is getting blown up? Yes. Do I think that they are going to take him out? Yes. Do I think it's what they thought it was going to be? No. I think they said, we're going to go over there, bang, bang, we're done. And that's not what happened. I'm going to show some videos here in a second, James. I know that we have been watching, people have been watching live. Let's take a look at this clip.
As President Trump declared yesterday, we're crushing the enemy in an overwhelming display of technical skill and military force. We will not relent until the enemy is totally and decisively defeated. But we do so on our timeline and at our choosing. For example, today will be yet again our most intense day of strikes inside Iran. The most fighters, the most bombers, the most strikes. As President Trump declared yesterday.
Apologize for that. I was going to show you another piece of that clip. You know, when I take a look at that message, I feel confident when I see that message. And then I look at the news and I see what's happening. I'm like, wait, am I seeing the right thing? And then I take a look at Israel. Israel's getting hit pretty hard too. I didn't think this was going to happen. I thought it was going to be, we're going to go over there, we're going to take them out, we're going to be done, right? And then Israel's going to help out. Mm-hmm. Do you feel Israel's helping out? Mm-hmm. I don't know. I don't know how I feel about it. I do know that Israel is in a major part of this. Are they really helping the U.S. right now? Or is it all about the U.S. right now? Is it U.S. versus Iran? Or is it U.S. and Israel versus Iran? At first, it was like, oh, a combination. Starting to feel a little bit like, wait a second. Is this USA's war now? We're too far deep in it now. We got no choice but to be involved in the shit. But the point is...
But who didn't think this was going to happen? Of course this was going to happen.
I knew that we were going to have to be the leg on that. We were going to have to take over. But I thought it was going to be, damn, Israel's taking care of business. They got their own problems. They got more problems around the other parts of the regions, right? They're battling other people over there. They're coming on the news here with Lebanon. They're talking about a lot of other places out there, things that are happening, right? And I don't know if we're stepping in like quicksand, right? Like that's the whole hardest thing because of the cost of this shit. Like it's very expensive to stop the rockets from coming over. It's very expensive to transport. We're coming up. Now other countries getting involved. You look at all the other countries around the world that are part of our allies, they're starting to step in now, little by little. One, it was like, I'm not going to give up. Now they're like, oh, let me send a ship out there. I think they want to appease Trump because I think Trump's like, your ass is getting involved. Like, I think it's like, if you don't call us when your shit's getting blown up. I think they have a responsibility here. If in fact, you don't call to help us right now, right? Bring your ships over there. If you don't, if China or Russia comes after you one day, don't call us. We're not going to help you out. And I think that's a big problem.
But that's like the problem of taking these actions. Like nothing happens in a vacuum. Like you drop a pebble into a pond, it causes ripples. So there's all other effects from this, you know? And again, it's like people pay the price on this whole thing. I saw we have 150 wounded soldiers, 8 dead, and the Republican Party does not support veterans. You know, they just voted down the Major Richard Starr Act to give veterans their full benefits.
Veterans have to get, look, Trump is a big supporter of the military.
But the Republicans are voting no
that
on all of these things.
Yeah, that's a problem.
But then they'll parade the Courageous Medal of Honor recipients at these speaking events, but behind the back, they're snubbing all of our veterans.
But beforehand, when Trump got in the building, his biggest thing was running our military, right? Building the military. And then also, the military does get a lot of benefits. I know that. Like, they get out of the military. My buddies get, obviously, VA loans, but when they get out, they don't have to pay taxes here. They got to pay taxes there. They get a lot of awesome opportunities. But yeah, this is information that's got to come out. Like, what are they doing? And I speak from the truth when I say it.
It just happened.
We got to help our military.
March 3rd, they voted against the Major Richard Starr Act.
And here's my thing.
Prevented it.
If Trump is in the building right now and people from our military are getting hurt or getting out of the military, been there a long time, whatever, participating, they got to get the first right of refusal on everything. If they put an offer on a house for $300,000, I put $300,000, they get the house.
Yeah.
Like, honestly, I believe that because they protect us. First and foremost, I love our military. In the chat right now, are you in the military? Do you have friends in the military? Do you have family in the military? What branches are they in? Drop them in the chat right now. How do you feel about it? Military, is it, you know, obviously you have Army, you got the Marines, you got the Air Force, you got the National Guard, you got all kind of Green Berets, all these different, and I'm not naming any shape. There's so many. The Navy, right? We got a lot going on. And we are very blessed to be in this country. I think that his strategy is a lot longer of a game plan maybe than anticipated. But here's the thing. We're only in like day 12. So like it isn't like we've been at war for 10 years. Obama, how long was he at war? Forever. You go on Ukraine, Russia, forever. If you just go back at all our presidents, forever. They've been dealing with this shit forever. We're in this shit 11, 12 days. People are like, this is a long time. This has only been 11, 12 days. It's just the cost of this war. We don't have boots on the ground yet. Hopefully not. I have a video I want to show in here that's blocking for some reason. I have a video I want to show. Everybody's in the chat right now, and it's not letting me show it. Pitbull Mama in the building right now. 22 months, been part of our freaking show and our ability. We love and appreciate you. One more time, everybody watching live right now, drop your states in the chat. Where are you based? Everybody watching live, drop your states in the chat right now while I show this clip that you guys may have not seen. Listen, hold on. Take a look at this, James. Tell me how you feel about this clip.
Palestine! Free Palestine! Free, free Palestine! Free, free, free Palestine! Free, free, free Palestine! Woo!
We will let you be. I can't understand how much this means. I appreciate y'all being out here for me and with me and us being together. It's also it's what it's all about. So it's the only way we can do this. So thank you guys. Thank you.
You know, did you see him come out like that? He stepped out there and he's holding his. Listen, that's sad. I saw his arm get broken that door. Did you see that?
Yeah, it was terrible.
It wasn't good, right? I'm not saying that like supporting us. I'm just saying it's horrible for our country to see that. We as a country, what's crazy is we are truly blessed that we have the ability to be what freedom of speech is a very big thing, right? When you go to other countries, those dictators are standing there, they got to listen or get killed. Really, like protesters, killed. You want to protest? Killed. Those leaders over there are saying straight up, hey, you do this, your ass is done, right? And I want to pull some up on the screen real quick, James. I want to make sure I pull this up because I didn't drop this yet. The Iran's new leader, this dude's missing already. And now we talk about this. We're like, you're going to go out there and announce your new leader? Not announce me, bro. If I want to be the new leader, don't make it public. I'm going to do my thing, in my bunker. But don't go out there. Oh, by the way, your new leader, Brandon Mason, he's located in the northeast wing. Bro,
yeah.
What are you doing? Like, don't make it. Let me just be the leader secretly.
Maybe
right?
we'll see a LinkedIn post. They're looking for a new leader of Iran.
They're going to have a freaking application. It's going to be low.
Competitive pay.
No health care.
No health care. Yeah.
The point is though, the leader is not existing. He's not mentioning anything. He's not talking. He's not out there being the leader is nowhere, no way, shape, or form does this man exist. In the chat right now, do you think the leader is already gone or is he hiding? I think this dude, I'll be honest, I think the dude might be gone.
I think it's
honestly, they're blowing up everything anyway.
It's probably a good reality show, like The Deadliest Catch. It's gonna be like,
yeah. Who the hell's gonna apply for that position? Like, hey, by the way, want to be the new leader of Iran? Nope.
Yeah.
I don't even want to go to Iran at all, let alone be a leader. And if you're a leader, you saw Ukraine, right? Zelensky, that leader actually, he travels to these locations. I'm like, wow, see this guy out there? He's got his gun, jacket on, full metal proof thing. I'm like, damn, this guy's out to do a thing. When you look at Iran, they're just out there firing. They're firing at their own neighbors, okay, that they were friendly with because we have our bases and things in certain areas. And they're just hitting Dubai. They're hitting just local areas. It's not smart, right?
Trump was just down here hitting some golf balls in Doral.
Better off hitting golf balls than hitting your freaking neighbor, no?
Yeah, probably.
I mean, dude, honestly, think about it. They're literally hitting their neighbors. Like, hey, you know what? Bow. Drone, bow. And Trump's like, they don't know what they're doing. Trump's like, they don't know how to steer their shit. Like, they're hitting anything. And the truth is, they don't have what we have, right? So I understand. They're at war. They're at mercy. They are on their last breath of, pride, right? And here's the thing I want to say. This new leader now is in there, but we have a leader, Mamdani, in New York City. And he obviously sticking up for Muslim people because he's Muslim, right? And he's like, I got to look out for my Muslim people, right? I don't see anything wrong with that. But what I do see wrong with it is we have Muslims attacking Americans in the city, every week now. Literally, last couple of days, we have more people getting attacked. Muslims are attacking Americans in New York City once a week. Maybe more than that. We're just saying that's just stuff you see on the damn news. It might be 10 times a week for all I know. Mamdani's not stopping that. He's like, you know what? The freedom of speech, you know what? Yo, those people need to get kicked out of the country.
Did you see the people that threw the explosive device that thankfully didn't go off? Did you see they're like from a multi-millionaire family. They came, I think, from, I don't know if it was Syria or something. This country took them in. Their family is a complete success story.
Yeah.
And then I don't know what the hell happened. They went to New York and tried to hurt some people.
This is what happens when religion gets to be, I hate to say this because everyone believe what you want to believe. And I'm happy for them. I'm not trying to say it's bad any kind of way, going to church. I'm saying you can believe what you want to believe and you can go to the grave with your belief and you can go to your heaven or your God that you think you're going to. That's wonderful. But when you push your religion out so loud, out vocal, you got to do this. You got to do knock on your door. You get those people knocking on your door. You need to join. Come to church and that. Welcome in someone to church. Hey, come to church. That's a nice thing, right? Out in the middle, that's why I talk about this. Out in New York, praying on the ground. All these people, it's just pushing more on the people. Yeah. We don't need that.
I know.
Why is it that Christians can do that much better? Well, okay, because it's more of a national. It's more of what we're used to. It's not. It's not that it's fair, quote unquote fair, to say we are going to allow this particular religion or culture to be in the streets blasting it, and that's okay. And then this religion, you can't do that. I get freedom of speech. This is America. Wonderful. It isn't something that we feel overly local and comfortable with because it is foreign, right? So it is going to be harder for us to understand unless you're a Muslim, right? I don't wake up every day studying Muslim religion. I don't do that. I never see nothing wrong with it growing up. I don't know if it's good or bad. I never did it, right? But the reality is if you keep pushing it on me, I'm going to get a little bit annoyed and push back against you. I don't want to do that. If you want to come to me and tell me I got to be Christian, tell me I got to be Baptist, tell me, you could explain it and then move on. If you're in the middle of the road, telling people, you need to be a Christian, you need to be a Christian, you need to be a Christian like that, that's a lot for me too. Because it's just, even if I am a Christian, doesn't matter. I don't need to be pushed on me. Same thing. People that are straight, gay, transgender, bisexual, whatever they are, that's great. Go do what you want to do. Don't push it on me and my kids. Look, I'm a male, a masculine male, straight guy, 4 kids, a wife. Never do I walk around and tell people, you need to be straight. You need to be straight. You need to get a wife. You need to have kids. I don't do that because that's not what I do. It's my life is my life. Your life is your life, right?
Mm-hmm.
What I feel is Democrats, I'm saying this because with respect to them at the same time, they are the ones pushing a lot of that stuff in the schools. And then Muslims now are pushing their religion into our country. And you see the videos saying Muslims are going to take over the world. Muslims take over the world. That's the problem.
Yeah, but the right does it too by, I know this is a whole topic, but like, look how they changed abortion laws throughout the country. You know, that's their side, their stance. It typically stems from Christian values. And they put that on, you know, that's.
But too much of anything, I'm agreeing with you.
Yeah, it's not good.
So that's what I'm saying.
And it's hypocritical because they were so against, you know, the vaccine. You said, you know, and then how do you.
The vaccine is the crazy one.
It's just inconsistent. Same thing with, like I was saying earlier, they say they support our troops and then they vote against everything that would help them once they're injured.
You know I'll stand up for our troops. So whatever that is not being done, I'll make that clear. Like if they're going to say troops should not get XYZ, I disagree with that.
Yeah,
troops
that's
should get
bullshit.
but I also think that funding is low. I think funding, I agree with you 100%, but I think funding is also lower because of Democrats not choosing to participate. And maybe there's reasons, rhyme and reason for it. I'm just saying, if the money is there, hypothetically, if the money's there, it needs to go to our troops first and foremost. Our kids, our women, our troops, right? Obviously, us less.
Well, what happened
because we don't get shit.
But what happened to the tariffs making so much money for us and
the tariffs
and our refund checks? You know where it's going right now? It's going right to Iran.
You might be right.
It's going
tariff
right there.
money. Tariff money might be taking care of Iran.
You
But
know?
again, that's the thing. If it's a good thing, if it turns out this was the best thing that ever happened, great. If it turns out where we live in hell because of it, bad decision. And that's what I'm saying. We're going to find out from this stuff. But now you see this too. I don't know if you've seen this. The money that was being paid in California and New York, which probably I love New York dearly. I hate the fact that it's out of control right now. But a lot of places out of control, to be honest. But here's the thing. The money that we paid taxpayers' money to go to illegal people, did you see they're trying to bring that back now? They're trying to take the money from the states that took money from us to help illegal people. They're trying to take that money back, billions of dollars, coming from California, coming from New York. They're trying to take the money back that we gave to them for illegal people that they used and put it back in our pockets. That's a big question. That happened, James, that's a big step in the right direction. Not for Americans, not for Republicans or Democrats, but for Americans in general. Because we are supporting illegal people. Now, I know there's legal people that come here and some of them are great. We're going to have that conversation the other day. And we have some conspiracy theories. We'll have those conversations, which I want to talk about. I love the fact that there are some great illegal people in this country. And when we say illegal, it's like they're not all drug dealers.
Status,
yeah, it's hard because when I say illegal people, it's like, oh, you're putting them down. Illegal people could be great people. Illegal people could be bad people, but they're illegal people. When we visit the Bahamas, we're illegal if we keep staying there. We don't leave, we're illegal. If we go to Russia and we overstay, we're illegal. Mm-hmm. Good or bad people, right? So we're not talking about the drug dealer person. Illegal people, if you're here and you're being funded by California, funded by New York, or our state, taxpayers' money, that's our money to fund illegal people, we should get it back.
Yeah, but they
yes or no in the chat right now.
They pay taxes too, though. So
if they pay taxes,
yes, they do.
How do illegal people pay taxes?
Every time they buy something, they purchase something, taxes.
Mm-hmm. They pay taxes on groceries.
Everything.
They go to the store.
Yeah, the money goes.
But some of them, but a lot of them in this country are great landscapers. And they are phenomenal. And they've taken over.
They're not just
the
landscapers.
They
do a lot of things. Yeah.
They do a lot of things. But I'm saying they do things that we don't want to do. Like if you look at the jobs where they're covering those jobs, they're the jobs that we don't want to do. Think about it. Like when you look at all the positions that we want to do, those aren't where all the illegal people are. It's the jobs that we don't want to do. Up there on a hot day in Florida, being a roofer, right? Yeah. Don't want to do that job. Let's get to this bottom of the screen here. I have Iran war, major issue with fake video concerns. I put that on the screen, didn't talk about it. Forgot. People watching live in the building, we love and appreciate you. Fake videos, James, are surfacing, okay? Fake videos are surfacing everywhere, and people don't know what's real and what's fake. Think about it. You're sitting there on your couch. You're like, wait a second. They just blew up all this stuff in Israel, but it might not have happened, but we think it happened. So now we're mad about it or happy about it, right? Now, U.S. military, they know what's going on. Iran, They may not know what's going on. They're shooting missiles. I got a video. They were celebrating the fact that they shot a plane down, a jet down, and it was their own jet. Like, they're having some hard times. Listen, if it's blacked out over there, I don't like the regime at all. I don't like what they do at all. I give these motherfuckers credit. Like, they're out there fighting. Like, if we have that heart that they got, we'll never be stopped, ever. You know what I'm saying? So I'll give you that. But the reality is, when I take a look at these fake videos that are surfacing, people sitting on their couch, you might believe in Trump, might not believe in Trump, and all of a sudden you see 5 videos in a row, you're like, right?
Yeah.
And then you like, I like him anymore. Or I like him more now. But the video is not real.
Yeah, it's all propaganda stuff.
AI is putting some shit out there, James, showing that they're showing Iranians blowing Israel up crazy. And we're like, wow. And then they're showing it where it's like, oh, U.S. and Israel completely blast away Iran. Iran has one missile, didn't get through the freaking golden Iron Dome, whatever. And it's not true. The reality is, like, there's things happen on both sides, and we're not seeing some of that because we're overwhelmed by fake videos that are not real from AI.
But we're also only shown what they want us to see. And I actually thought the video the White House put out the other day was fake with all the movie clips. And I don't like, and it turned out to be true, but I don't like that video because it kind of like gamifies the whole war thing. And there's actual people like me and you dying from this, like
on the game.
Yeah, or just from it. Like, they just put all these movie clips together, things from shows, you know.
Yeah.
But like, I don't think that's right because it desensitizes us and gamifies the whole thing. But there's people dying, you know.
If you're in the chat right now, you're a Trump supporter, put Trump in the chat right now. If you're not a Trump supporter, then put impeach in the chat right now. Everybody, put Trump, or put impeach. I want to see this freaking chat light up right now, people. We're live for you guys in the damn building right now, James and I. We want to talk to you. We got questions. We want to see your questions. We want to talk about what's going on. I pull up this concern because I feel like fake videos are stirring up, James, a lot of problems. And when I look at what I put on the screen today, I'm like, damn.
Sometimes we fall victim to it. You'll post a video and everyone's like, that's fake. That's not real.
Yo, that's the thing.
Like,
that's so true. You dunk a basketball, James. What are they gonna say?
Yeah, right. Yeah, hey, and then they have the bot farms. You know, shout out to all our bot farms in the chat that people accuse us of.
Hey, you can say what they gotta say. You know, we don't give a damn what people. If you're in the building right now watching live, if you saw James dunk a basketball on here, if you're watching live, if you saw James dunk a basketball, would you consider that real or AI?
I used to be able to dunk off a vertical jump.
You could dunk a basketball?
Yeah. I was when I was like 22, 23.
You could dunk a basketball at 22?
About 40 pounds ago. Yeah, I used to just off a straight vert.
In the chat, do you think James could dunk a basketball? Do you think James ever dunked a basketball? That's a question right now. I'm not going to lie. I was dunking basketballs in high school.
Deceptively athletic.
I don't know if I'm dunking basketballs today. I mean, I might try. We might have to get that recording on here, get people watch us live, go try dunk some basketball. I would love more than anything to record you and I trying to dunk a basketball.
I won't do it. The gravitational pull on me is way too strong.
Speaking of the gravitational, some people think that shit's a conspiracy. Is the earth flat? Like, all this shit's going on. And what are you going to believe? Shit you're seeing in your face every day. TikTok videos, all these other videos you're going to believe because that's what they're showing you every single day. Are they hiding anything from us on purpose? Right? That's a question I want to put in the chat right now. Are they hiding anything from us? When you take a look, I'm going to pull this up on the screen here. When you take a look at what they're showing us right now live on these videos and clips, which I have a bunch of clips on here that I didn't show yet. But when you take a look at what's actually being seen, what we're seeing every day, are they not showing us information? Are they hiding information?
Absolutely.
Do you think they have reason to do that,
right.
though?
Yeah, of course.
But why? Because they're saying we're blowing them up. Trump's like, we're going to blow this motherfuckers up. Why would he? What's the point of hiding now? Hey, this is going to be a devastating blow. We're coming over there. We're blowing their whole shit up. What's the point of hiding anything? Unless we're not doing that.
Because they don't want us to see the true cost of this. And that's human lives, you know?
So that is where I think the biggest concern is. How many people are dying from this? How many citizens, civilians are dying? Not military. Civilians are dying. That's one question that's like, more people being wounded. That's a conversation. But people that are watching live in the chat right now, I had a clip that I wanted to show. Let me see if this is actually.
This one area is the nexus, the pivot of the world.
No, I'm gonna show that clip. But I want to show that clip again. Because people that are asking the question here, people are like, Hormuz, what's going on? That's the big part of the show is because we know we could take out Iran. If they control that piece right there, the pressure, right, That the oil, the pressure from oil, people that need that right there. Let me pull it up on the screen because this is actually a big part of what I want to go
why isn't
to.
the whole U.S. Navy there, right? Why isn't it? How is it so hard for us? If anybody knows in chat, let me know. Like, why is Iran still controlling so much of this water space?
So yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's why I'm going to show this. I don't know how.
I think they're stronger than what they're making us think.
That's what I'm trying to explain.
Yeah.
So that's why I'm going to show this clip. People watching live right now in the building, drop your freaking states in the chat right now. Everybody watching live, drop your states one more time. I want to see everybody in the chat right now coming in the building. I know for a fact we could take out Iran. We could take them out because we got the capability to do it. Boom. All right, we could do it. What are we trying to get from them? Just to get them to say no more nuclear? Or are we trying to get the oil? Do we want to control? Listen, I'll be honest with you. When I'm playing games, when I'm playing checkers, I'm playing chess, when I'm playing Monopoly, I'm trying to find ways to win. There's all this shit on the board, right? All these pieces on the board. How do I take my team to the top? How do I take U.S. to the top? How does Trump take U.S. to the top? It's not just going to be, we're just playing volleyball and playing tic-tac-toe over here. He's like, we're going to go control the world. And I'll be honest with you, not in a bad way, not like a dictator. I'm going to make sure you can't sleep there, you can't go, but controlling the world in a way where we are the strongest, just like the Olympics. We control that shit. You get what I'm saying? I think that's a piece of it. I'm going to show that clip real quick because obviously the video footage there of this is what I really wanted to play. Let me pull it up on the screen real quick. I'm going to show this one more time. People watching live, if you're joining us right now for the first time, put first time in the chat. If you've been here before, tell them I'm a freaking subscriber. Brandon, tell me right now if you subscribe today, the pie subscribe today. Drop it right now in the chat so I can see your messages. I'm going to shout you out in just 1 second. While you're doing that, watch this clip one more time. This guy explains what he thinks going on with Hormuz. And this is a big deal. This is a big part of the show today. I'm going to show this clip one more time. If you're watching, subscribe to the damn channel, baby. Watch this clip.
This one area is the nexus, the pivot of the world. Let me explain why. First of all, from the GCC, you have 20% of all the world's oil flowing through this narrow strait. Where does it go, guys? It goes to Asia, India, Pakistan, South Korea, China, Japan. India depends on 60% of its oil from this area. China depends on 40%. Japan, 75%. Prime Minister Takeichi of Japan has said that, listen, if the Strait of Hormuz closes, we'll run out of oil in about 8-9 months. The entire Japanese economy would collapse in 8-9 months if the Strait of Hormuz were to close. And guess what? The Iranians have closed the Strait of Hormuz. Okay? So we can expect that the entire global economy will suffer greatly over the next few months. All right, so that's point number one. Point number two is, okay, so the GCC sends oil across the Strait of Hormuz, and what do they get back in return? Food, guys. All right, so people don't appreciate the GCC, but it is really the linchpin of the American empire. Because what is the American empire? The American empire is the petrodollar. All right? The idea of the petrodollar is this. The US dollar is worth nothing. It's only valuable if people want it. But the GCC says that if you want oil from us, you have to pay us in US dollars. Okay? Then that is the basis of the value of the US dollar. So, if the GCC collapses, the American economy and the American empire both collapse at the same time. The problem, though, is the GCC is an artificial construct of empire. It does not exist naturally. Why? Because there's no food, there's no oil, no water. Okay, guys? No food, no water. So these cities are able to grow in the millions because of all these petrodollars flowing in. If you close off the Strait of Hormuz, there's no food coming in, right? They're all going to starve.
Is it true that these people over there will starve because of this? Because, listen, I know from being in the shipping business right now that you feel that overflow or you feel the underflow in time. It isn't like that same day, right?
Oh, you got a shipping business? I got a very lucrative deal for us. Let's start getting shit through the Strait of Hormuz.
Hey, they got the mimes out there. The bombs.
How is it not open then? If we're the greatest
now we're moving through. Yeah. We're moving through. The problem is people are moving through cautiously You're going to have an extremely slow amount of things moving now. Can you imagine that? You're operating a ship and you're like, the ship might blow up.
Yeah.
You're not, before you're like, listen, music, you got your little music on. Some people listen to Diddy, some people not listen to Diddy anymore. Some people listen to Tupac, whatever you're listening to. Green Day, I don't know what kind of music you listen to. In the building right now, if you're watching live in the chat, drop your favorite freaking artist in the chat. Let's see what you guys listen to right now. In the damn building, what do you listen to? Who's your favorite artist? What kind of music? R&B, hip hop, country? What is in the chat right now? Let me know. Here's the issue though, okay? As they're going through this location with oil, food, whatever, it isn't just like you're on your day, you're at your job. Now you're like, I'm not doing that. Your whole family's like, oh, better not go there. I'm not going to that job anymore. Now you got to pay me more to do that job. You got to bring my salary up. I'm not doing that. You make $1 million a year. If you're blowing up, you ain't getting money anyway. So your salary really, so they're saying that, well, Trump said that we will escort you through. That was to help China. He said, listen, if you want to go through here, we'll escort you. And then he said, Iran, you better open this up or stop doing what you're doing, because people that need to use that are very important to us. And I think that Trump, and he also put a note, he said, this is a gift to China because he wants them to operate and continue moving. And it isn't just China, though. It's the whole region, Middle East over there. They need this open.
Iran, I think, sunk 3 cargo ships over the past couple of days. Yeah.
What are they? What is the point? The point is not to sink those ships. The point is to tell everyone around the world that America is a bad person. That's the thought, right? We're doing this because of America. So what they're doing is they're slapping their neighbors, slapping other people. They're not slapping America. They're slapping other people because they can't get to us. So they're going to slap their neighbor, slap their friend, slap their mom, slap the kid. Can you imagine?
Sounds abusive.
Can you imagine that they start hurting people in their own country because of us? Like literally, they're already doing that, right? So that's why it's like, you hold people hostage.
Yeah.
What if they said, we're going to take, I hope that they don't do this. What if they said, we're going to take all of these people hostage right now? If you don't stop, we're going to take out everybody in this hostage.
That'd be terrible.
Can you imagine that? That would stop the war quickly. I think. And I hope that doesn't happen. They can take one person and the war can slow down. You know what I'm saying? Because nobody wants to see an innocent person get hurt. And I strongly believe it's going to be a major concern, James. Now, that's a big part of what I want to talk about today.
Yeah, it's all concerning because it seems like it's going to drag on for quite a while. And I'm hoping that U.S. forces don't get deployed there.
If you're watching live right now in the damn building and we do sports entertainment, it's been a lot of political stuff in the last month because it's just been overwhelming stuff. I can't wait. Obviously, NBA, basketball season, football, all that. We do a lot of that on the show, but this has been bigger than that. This is a big, without this stuff corrected, we can't do the sports that we love. Our kids can't go to the schools they go to.
I know, because it seems so unimportant. Like, what am I supposed to say? Put some USAs in the chat for Team USA in the World Baseball Classic.
Yeah.
It's not doing so well.
And I saw that in the news. I'm like, baseball, because baseball's a great sport, but nobody cares.
Italy beat them last night. Italy's doing great, but like, what's going on? It's so hard to.
When I wake up in the morning, in the chat right now, if you like sport, in the chat right now, sports or politics, what do you like more? And we're going to cover everything. But in the chat right now, if you're watching live in the building, what do you like more? If you're watching live on our show on a daily basis and you're a part of what we do, we love and appreciate you. You joining our show makes our show grow. You liking the chat, you coming in, subscribing to the show. We are only 139 subscribers away right now from hitting 79,000 subscribers. We got to push over 80,000. We're getting ready to go, ramping up with the live guests coming on. We love and appreciate all you beautiful people in the chat. Sports or politics, everybody watching live in the chat right now. Sports, and look, if it's a combination, put both. I love both. Just saying. I like sports and entertainment. I love everything I'm going to put in the chat. So everyone watching live right now, I love and appreciate you. We're going to see all of you guys tomorrow, hopefully. If not, you know how it is. You know how it is, James. I get in the building. We're working on some stuff behind the scenes. Yeah. I'm in the building, but we're here. We're here as much as we can live and uploading content.
I try to get him in here every day.
Every day.
Every day. There's always something to talk about.
There is.
So we can finally talk about some other things that are more fun other than.
We got some conspiracy theories to talk about in the building. I love everybody in the building right now. By the way, if you got a question, drop it right now. I'm going to say, if you got a question for me, drop it right now. Everybody watching live, hurry up. If you got a question, drop it right now before we sign off. I see people coming into the building right now. We got sports. We got entertainment. We got all kind of stuff. We got people good with both in the chat. Let me see what's going on. Ivy in the building. What's going on? We love and appreciate you. By the way, I love everybody that comes here. I don't care what we talk about. All my Republicans, my Democrats, I don't care, sports, entertainment. I love everybody. That's the whole point. And if you're watching live right now and you are not a subscriber of the show, hit that like button, subscribe right now. But if you are a subscriber of the show, Put an S in the chat right now. We want to see who the hell you are. Everybody watching live right now, we greatly appreciate you. Jeff Lee said I haven't found my cologne. We gotta find that shit, Jeff.
We'll have the
that
cologne
shit.
show. All I want to do is complain about how Adam Silver's ruining the NBA, and we haven't gotten to do that yet. How bad stat padding sucks. You know, like how,
you got some stock ideas too. We gotta be careful how we do on YouTube. But we got some stock ideas, some information that James wants to get out to you guys and give you guys some information.
Yeah,
too.
it was the play on the Strait of Hormuz. Like
he knows what he's doing.
That's how we have to help.
I got to put
ourselves.
some stuff on the screen so they know that we're not giving out.
Of course not. That's why I didn't say anything.
Yeah, no, we could do it, but we could give you guys some stock information. But we got to be careful how we do it on YouTube. We love and appreciate everybody watching live that are in the building right now. Everybody watching live, take care. At the end of the show, what we'll start doing is putting a link in the chat, then move them over to the horizontal screen. We'll have our live guests start calling in. We got artists calling in. We got Republicans, Democrats. We got athletes. We got a lot of people that want to call in. We got a transgender that has been waiting to come on the show, and it's been an issue with microphone setups and all that. So we have a transgender who wants to come in and speak to us and tell us what it's like being a transgender.
And leave comments. We reply. We love interacting with you guys. We love
know what time it is.
the DMs and everything. It's
We
great.
love and appreciate, especially my beautiful people that are up there from New Jersey. We love it. James Reach, we appreciate you joining the show. We are live. We were off for a while. A lot of people coming to our show all over the place. It's been wonderful today. We're hitting some good numbers too. Love and appreciate you. See all of you guys tomorrow live in the building. Everybody watching, have a great rest of your day. I'll be uploading a bunch of stuff today on YouTube, some clips on Instagram, Facebook, everywhere. So if you have all those social medias, go follow right now. We have some new big sponsors joining our show. So we love all of you guys. I'm going to take care of that when the show is over. Remember, people, leave a message on this video. Everybody watching that's in the building, have a great rest of your day and take care.